listen to the Monday Midsole with your co-host, Molly Mall.
That's not true.
Polos and
It's the
Jay.
people's rant.
Unboxed Tab. And Buckeye City Soul. Powered by the usual suspects. It's the Monday Midsole. Let's go.
Yo, what's good? It's Monday, and welcome to a special edition of the Monday Midsole. I'm your co-host, Buckeye City Soul, aka Kev. This is a somewhat of a somber show, but I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on to the old man.
What's good, fam? It's your boy Polos and Jays. As he said, it's a special show we have tonight. It's not going to be the same goofy show that we do every week, so
I mean, it
be
still might
patient
be a
with
little
us.
goofy, but
I don't know if I can get into that.
we're gonna try.
So just be patient with us tonight. It's something a little different. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it over to Mo.
What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Mo on another Monday, and glad to be here. Like the guy says, it's gonna be a little something different, but hopefully you guys enjoy. And we'll kick it over, to Mr. Molly Mall.
What's going on, suspects? Your boy Molly Mall, aka leader of the Light Skin Legion. Glad to be joining you on a unusual Monday, I guess. Good to be back with the fellas, and yeah, man, let's get it going.
All right, well let's dive right into it. What's in the box?
I envy your normal life.
Put the gun down, David.
It seems that envy is my sin.
Oh, what's in the box?
What's in the box? Sponsored by us. Sponsored by Unboxed app. Make sure y'all go ahead and download that Unboxed app.
Hey!
It is up and ready to rock. So, did anybody get anything in the past week? I know Ma. I mean,
Yeah,
you were
actually,
out.
I was away last weck. I actually did get a ton of stuff, none of which is nearby, but I'll definitely share like on my gram and whatnot. I posted a few. I got a couple of special items, some player edition items sent directly from Nike, which was super dope. And yeah, it was sick.
Man, show us, man.
I saw one of them. Yeah, I saw one of them.
I posted both of them. They were the Kyrie 5, the
Yeah.
Taco 3Ms.
Okay.
Those are dope. And then the Kyrie Invitational. So I got those two from Nike.
Nice.
Dope.
I hope to
And
be
then
like
got a
you when I
couple-
grow up.
Stop it. I got some IDs that came in too, but I'll probably share those next week. The office is still under construction, so I'm downstairs chilling. Kobe's in the back, so it's kind of worked out that way. And I'm on my phone too, so chat. If you got any statements or questions directed toward me, just fellas, let me know, because I can't see that chat.
I will try. Just go ahead and put at the Monday Midsole, and I will be able to read that. But anybody else get anything?
Yeah, I got a couple of pair. I
Oh,
got
boy, yeah, of course.
Oh no!
Yeah. He will start with
the
that.
red
too.
threes.
Fucking
Really? I mean,
Oh yeah,
Sir,
I
you
forgot about those.
know when mine shipped? Let me tell you something. They shipped today.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, today.
It held mine.
They can sit.
Well, I told you, I already know when I usually get my stuff, so I wasn't even
expecting it.
I wasn't even expecting. Nah,
I was
not at all.
expecting
I told you
Saturday.
tomorrow or Wednesday. It just never fails. I order, I get it on Tuesday or Wednesday.
That's crazy.
The
I-
Saturday order, I get it on a Wednesday. Like, this is how it is.
I always go next day if it's a shoe that I know is not gonna sell out immediately, or if it's on the draw. I always go next day.
Those do look nice
I'm
though.
gonna have to do that next time.
I keep forgetting. You know, you
Yeah.
scrambling so fast. Like I'm not thinking, oh, let me go back and jump and change the shipping and all. I just want to make sure I'm locked in, and I
Right.
forget.
Dude, I tried for for 10.5, and then it just like timed out. So then, in a rush, I went right back in, and it defaulted to the size 11 because it's my Nike basketball size. And before I could even like change it or anything, I had already hit submit, and of course, boom, I got the item. So
Oh,
we're
damn.
gonna be throwing some sneaker shields in those.
With some socks, some extra thick stance socks in there.
Nike basketball or stance hoops.
And real quick, let me go back to this one. You know, everybody,
Really?
I've seen so many
Really?
comments. Just real quick, I mean, I'm not trying to shit on nobody, but I just want to say, you know,
Yeah.
a lot of people ask, what's the quality like? What's the quality like? What's quality like? Again, we talking about synthetic leather, and that's something that annoys me when everybody wants, you know, has these questions about quality. It's synthetic leather. You're paying $200. You're not going to get, you know, premium leather. So people got to understand that. It's a 3. I mean, I don't know what you have expectations for. It has a tumbled here. It's put well together. It's got the old school shape, like the old 3s with the smaller, you know, elephant on the front. So it's put together very well. As far as quality, I mean, it's a Jordan. It's what you expect to get from a 3. Now this shoe, on the other hand, the Chinese New Year, this shoe is very well put together. You can ask about quality on something like this because you've got, you know, you got the suede on the front with the satin. You got the patent leather, very well put together, very good materials. Dope shoe. I love
The
this shoe.
Wuhan Air Max.
Wuhan special.
Did they come with a mask for you?
No mask, man. But these came from America. Now the sister
They
pair
come from America.
I mean, well, it's been over here for a minute. You know what I'm saying? It's been over here for a minute. It ain't like the pair that I got coming in the mail
from
that I
China.
just got my.
Yeah.
China.
I ain't coming to your meetup no more.
All right, I'm gonna quarantine them hoes for a day, and then I'm gonna wear them.
A day. He said a
I don't know if it
day.
really works that
I
way.
wonder what we gotta figure that out. What is the how long does a virus live off of a host? Then we can kind of help people out with that because all these shoes coming from China.
Theoretically.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
You might just cough in your toe box, take out your whole family.
Yeah, and I'm not staying over there, Marcus.
Nah, I'm walking around with a mask everywhere I go. I ain't messing around.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Crazy.
It's hitting on major cities.
That
Everybody
door
coming
handle.
back from Chinese New Year, like, nah, I ain't messing
Yeah.
around with it. Too
Nah.
close to New York, bro.
I'm not flying out no time soon. No
Not
plans.
at all.
What
You in DC, so you ain't much better for you.
Belly up
Yeah, I
DC
know.
as well. I
I
got nothing
know.
to worry about over here, out here in farmland.
Yeah, I'm about to say you good over there. What did you get something, Kev?
I got nothing. I'm waiting on
What?
the red joints. I'm waiting on. I got some Stacey Adams work shoes.
No. No. I'll show what I got. These closed out last year, so I mean it ain't everybody cup of tea, but I like that hat pack personally.
Yeah.
So I actually got all three pairs, $95. So shout out to Fresh Kicks 3, John. He was working hard for me trying to find them. The laser blue pair were UK only, and of course, you know, the shops ain't shipping over here. So he found somebody he connected me with. Guy picked them up, gave me for retail and shipping, and it worked out. So definitely excited about that. 25.
Ain't bad.
Yeah, I was cool with it. So
There you
appreciate that. I'm still holding. Oh, you know what? No, I'm not holding strong because I got them red 3s. So, oh well, I was holding strong, but like 2 weeks.
Nobody's holding strong.
Okay, yeah.
That's barely half the year.
I know, right? I mean, it's funny though. I originally wasn't gonna pick up the pair, but that's the thing. Like the thrill of trying to pick something up, it always sucks me in. So I see shock drop, it's like, oh shit, I'm gonna try and get them.
Of course,
Even though
and
I
it's
ain't want
early.
I know, right?
Like it just happens, and I tell you, if it was February, is it 15, and they had dropped, I easily would have passed. But the fact that it's just, I don't know, like I'm a sucker for, just like y'all, like the shock drops, like, oh shit, let me hurry up. Got me.
Reverse bread drops on the 8th now.
Oh, they pushed it. Was that pushed up?
Pushed up.
Okay.
It's just the red. Is it the red?
Yeah, I'll
3,
grab
and then
those.
the pack. Is
What's
the pack coming out the 15?
Yeah,
I think so.
around that area.
Right.
it's the 15.
15?
It's gonna be
Okay.
brutal.
Something was on the, I was about to say it's getting rough.
Monstars will come out and all that.
I could pass on those.
I'm passing on all of it. except for the,
Yeah, right.
no, Off-Whites come out on the 15th as well. That's about the extent of releases you're gonna get because we don't have anybody that can show.
We got some Kyrie's coming out on the 1st. The blue with the animal print on the strap. That's dropping on February 1st.
Tealish color.
Yeah, it's got a teal upper with the animal print on the strap, and it's got an orange heel cap.
Oh, wait, what'd you say was coming out?
The
Kyrie 6 animal print.
Okay.
Animal
I like that.
Yeah, it'll be dope.
I like that.
So, you can check them on Kyrie features if you haven't seen them. Shameless plug.
Hey, it's all good. I'll take a look. I'll take a look now. All right, that's all I got. And Kev, you ain't got nothing. We can keep it.
I got nothing. So, I mean, this is gonna be, like I said, it's maybe a brief show. You know, we're definitely gonna get into Kobe, and that's coming up right now. And here we are. I don't know if I want to get into, you know, just talking about it because, like, yesterday, honestly, it was tough to keep the eyes dry, honestly. You know, and I wasn't the biggest Kobe fan. Hold on a second. I wasn't the biggest Kobe fan because I was a straight up Michael Jordan person. I would, you know, it was like, you know, if I gave Kobe too much props while he was playing, it was like I was taken away from Michael. And, you know, later on in his career, I was able to kind of come around and appreciate it. Like the last game that he played, you know, I was like, man, how many points can he score? You know, and I mean, and I felt like I missed out on a lot of basketball because of, you know, that hate. And I see a lot of people doing the same thing with LeBron. And, you know, I think that one day they're going to be like, you know what, I missed out on some great basketball, you know, and, you know, hopefully people realize it before he's gone. Not saying like gone like forever, but I mean,
the game.
Yeah, just leaving the sport. But I think that what happened, like, Kobe touched me as more of a father. You know, like I look at him and I see his interaction, you know, with his daughters, especially Gigi. You know, it was like a couple weeks ago, they were at a game and, you know, they were just kind of talking. He was kind of showing her things. And I looked at that and I instantly saw myself and my daughter. And, I mean, this is before anything happened. And when it did happen, my daughter's actually the one that she texted me and told me. I was outside taking a picture. And she texted me, told me I had to come in. And I was like, you know, what's going on? And you know, found out about, you know, Kobe and, you know, and the was it 8 other people that passed.
I thought it was a joke.
Yeah, I thought so too. I was hoping it was. It was, and then people were saying like Rick Fox and things like that.
Oh, and I heard. I was in a group chat with my boys. A lot of them were LeBron fans.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting there building Legos with my son, and I get the text. I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay." I was like, "Are you serious?" And I'm like, "Oh, I get it. Yeah, you know, Bron passed Kobe, LOL."
Right, yep. Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, no, I'm serious. So I Googled it. I just Googled Kobe Bryant. Nothing came up. And then I Googled Kobe Bryant dead. And then the TMZ thing popped up. And I was like, just reading through it, trying to check the timestamp. Because the timestamp said like 11 something, but it was, you know, local time in Cali. And I looked over and I realized it was like, you know, 20 minutes ago that it was put out. And then social media, like everyone's timeline just went crazy. And I was like, wow, like this might be true. Like this is happening. Like,
right.
It was just devastating.
For me, I was Ro and we were on our way to a sneaker convention. And I had my GPS on my phone and I'm holding it up, looking at it. And TMZ scrolls across the screen and I see the Kobe and I freak out. And she just like, what's going on? You know, because it hit me hard. I mean, I'm a Kobe fan, always been. It hit me hard, you know. And then we go to a sneaker event and it was just like everybody in there was feeling it. We couldn't even enjoy the moment. But it was good that we were all there with each other to kind of support each other. You know, and my story is a little bit different from Kev. You know, I was an MJ fan. But when I saw Kobe play, and I'm like, man, this dude played just like Mike. and just watching him, I mean, just evolve. I love the guy and appreciate him because I'm like, there'll never be another Mike. They used to always they had the baby Jordan, who's Harold Miner.
Harold
They had all
Miner.
these
Oh
guys
yeah,
that came
yeah.
through,
Jordan
you know,
Miles.
oh, this the next Jordan. I mean, I even had a homeboy I went to school with who in high school, they were saying, oh, this is going to be the next Jordan. But when you saw Kobe, you saw, I mean, he had the same walk, the same mannerisms, the way he shot, everything he did was like Mike. And it made me love him because you can't just come out here and just emulate the GOAT. You gotta, that's a gift. So I
Right.
looked at him as, okay, this is my next Mike, somebody else who I can appreciate, once Mike is gone, because there'll never be another. But this is 1A, 1B,
Right.
and I love the dude from day one, even through all the adversities he went through and all the things that happened in his life made me appreciate him even more. So it's been a tough, you know, almost 48 hours now for me. I mean, I couldn't even sleep last night after the news. It's just been tough because, although none of us knew the guy, we knew the guy,
Right.
Well,
so
that's the thing. He came out, straight out of high school. He was high profile in high school. So you figure he's 41, I'm 35. So he's 17, 18 in high school, you know. So my childhood, my, adolescence, that's I basically grown up with Kobe.
Right.
From high school, remember him asking Brandy out to the prom,
Yeah.
yeah.
winning the chip,
Mm.
getting drafted, the trials and tribulations where he missed the game winner, the game tire, the whole 9 yards, airballed it, just from the very beginning all the way to 60 points against the Jazz. Like next to Mike, and probably even in bigger now. Now that I look around, like my Kobe collection is just grown. As my admiration and respect, and for Kobe, his game, and like you said, phase two after his career, just continuing to push the envelope and be better at any and everything that he does, from business moves with body armor, to his books, his literature, his connection with his daughter. Like Kev mentioned, it's something that not only do I see with my daughter, but I have, like,
Right.
we go to basketball on Saturdays, and I'm sitting there. I got videos from months ago calling her Mambasita. Like, I talk to her about Kobe all the time. She knows about 2-4. That's her number. At school, and we talk about what that means and everything else, and it's just tough. I like I said, I was with my kids, so how I handled it was just very different. I got a bunch of texts, I got a bunch of calls, FaceTime. Anyone who knows me obviously knows, my connection,
Right.
to Mamba, and just for someone I've never met, had the opportunity to this past December, but that's neither here nor there. The impact, you know, just every milestone I can think of. When my kids were born, I had Kobe's on. Uh, the number of IDs that I made that just had inspiration, the things going on in my life, the ups and the downs. My mom passing on Mamba Day, like I've got the pair that I wore the day of rather, with her. It's just difficult.
Yeah. I mean, and to make it even tougher, it's hard to see, people that did interact with him or people that he touched their life, people that you care about. Like, when I heard about it, I did directly think about Maul because I know that connection that he has with Kobe. But one of the things that I read today from Allen Iverson, they both got drafted in the same
Mm-hmm.
class, and he said that he picked him up from the hotel to take him to dinner. He said, "Well, what are you going to do tonight?" He said, "Well, I'm going to the club." He said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm going to the gym."
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Like that's the attitude that I think that we need to try to replicate as much as we can, amongst our youth, amongst ourselves, and take forward, and pass that torch on to other people, because I think that that's someone that comes along once in a lifetime.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think, I think like Maul, when I got, it's funny because not funny, but I was driving, taking my kids on the way to Dave and Buster's yesterday, and my friend texted me and she was like, "Did you hear about what happened to Kobe?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know. LeBron passed him in, points last night." And she was like, "No." She was like, "He died." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "No." I said, and she's not into sports. I was like, "I think you're just misreading that." So, like 10 minutes later, I get to Dave and Buster's. I stop. And I did put in Kobe Bryant. And the first thing that did pop up was TMZ. And it said, Kobe Bryant dies in, helicopter crash. And I was like, what? I said, nah, because TMZ for the most part is on, but they've had some false information. So I was like, let me keep scrolling and finding some stuff. And then I saw a tweet from, is it Sean King? That said that, yeah, it was confirmed that,
Right.
Kobe Bryant had, died in a helicopter crash. And so, it kind of piggybacking off of Marcus, I'll be honest. That's part of why I wasn't a fan of Kobe early on. Like I always respected his game. Like
Right.
if it's somebody I want to watch, it's going to be Kobe. But I just didn't like that I just felt like he was trying to be too much of MJ. And when MJ, in my eyes, is the best player, it's like, you don't want to see somebody trying to be just like this dude, But at the end of the day, I mean, he created himself, and I don't think as long as I'm alive, you're never going to see, in my opinion, another player as close to MJ as him. There may not be another player that ever is that close to MJ. But his game was
put it out there like this. I mean, there'll never be another Kobe.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Damn MJ and all that other stuff. Not damn MJ and that. And
that's of course, right.
I think Kobe kind of cemented his own legacy. Even prior to his unfortunate passing, just his tenacity and the way he played the game. He started off like emulating Mike, but then it transcended to his own legacy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's the part that sticks with me the most. And you guys are all a little bit older than me, so like I said, I was all like 12, 13 years old. When Kobe got into the league, like he's my MJ. Like I was able to watch everything, and I stood up, into the wee hours of the night watching Lakers games. Like for me, MJ is more like a mid '90s,
Right.
So I don't have those '80s memories of Mike, because that's when I was born. But for Kobe, like I saw that from beginning to end.
And it's always funny to me, like what Mo was saying about, and Kev said the same thing about he tried to be like MJ. We all wanted to be like MJ.
Right.
Of course. Right.
We all tried to play like Mike. So that was why I embraced him, because I'm like, shit, I want to be like Mike. I want to move. Like I want a 48-inch vertical. I want to be able to shake off anybody. I mean, we all wanted to be like Mike. So that's why I embraced him, because he actually was the closest thing that there was to Mike.
Right.
But
you're
I
right.
That criticism when they say he wanted to be like Mike, I hate that.
But I think
but it's not. But you know what though? But in the sense, right? If you want to be the best, you're trying to be better than the best, right? So I mean, I get that. It's just it was too similar, at least early on, right? As I got older, and like Molly said, he is himself, right? He is not MJ. He's Kobe. Kobe is his own man. I think just early on, but like you said, I mean, everybody wanted to be like MJ, and I mean, again, everybody know that is the ceiling. So for you to strive for that ceiling, that's how every player should be, right? You should always think I'm the best, or I'm trying to be the best. And Mike and MJ in most eyes is the best. So I get that. I respect that.
I think that you guys got to see it from different vantage points. So Marcus, you being a little bit older,
a lot,
and more mature, and then with Maul being able to that to be his foundation.
Right, I grew up with it.
Yeah, I think that with Mike and I, our foundation was Jordan, and having to defend Jordan, just like a lot of people defend Kobe. between his legacy and LeBron.
Right.
So, like I think that it took me getting older to be more mature and to be able to appreciate, the player that he was. And, like I said, unfortunately, I missed out on a lot of, good basketball. And then a lot of that too was a transition time for me. I mean, like I was in college. I mean, Kobe's 2 years older than me. He's 41. I'm 39. I'll be 40 in May. So, he wasn't that much older than I was. But I mean, I went into college, and that was kind of a blur. And then after college, I was a father right away. So I didn't get a chance to even indulge in, basketball and stuff as much, probably until LeBron came around. So, I think that I saw people hating on LeBron, and I saw myself the way that I acted towards Kobe, and I was like, man, I can't contradict myself.
Right.
Let me go ahead and watch this man play. And then, like I said, at that point, I was able to enjoy it. I mean, and plus he played for teams that went against the teams that I liked. So that, that played another part. I mean, I never would have thought that there'd be people that didn't like Michael Jordan.
Right.
And there was plenty of people
who don't like Jordan.
Oh yeah.
I grew up a Knicks fan. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, I didn't like Jordan like I do now.
Right.
And
Of course. Exactly.
And every era is different, because when I was coming up, the older, the OGs, as we want to call them, they were out. Now Magic is the man, Kareem is the man,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So every era is different, but that's what also made me appreciate each era differently for what it was, which is like, we were arguing in the chat earlier today about LeBron, Kobe, MJ, or whatever. I've been able to see. I mean, I've been around a long ass time.
Oh yeah.
So I've seen most of the greats, because basketball has always been my sport. I'm not a big football fan.
You mean all of?
I didn't get to watch when they had the damn peach basket.
I don't believe you.
So you knew Naismith. You had him on speed
About to
dial.
say, rumor has it he stole the idea from you.
You had the Morse code number. You was like tick 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 tick.
Marcus half Canadian.
Unfortunately, I missed that time. I mean,
That was
I did
when
see some black and white basketball games.
That's where he landed on the Underground Railroad up in Canada.
Oh man. But I mean, but yeah, man. I just, I think that, I don't cry very often, right? It's very few things that'll make me tear up or cry. I mean, when I think about my dad, I tear up and I cry, That's probably the one thing that'll do it. But yesterday I was just sitting here and I'm starting to tear up, so I'm gonna try and hold back. But, I just think about that feeling of, like this, he's never gonna see his kids go to proms or get married. He's not going to see his firstborn, his lastborn walk. You never get to hug your kids, your wife, and that's the thing that just his life was just. I mean, he had basketball. It was just beginning, and that's what I said. I mean, he had all the money you could think of. He had all the free time, and then O posted in a chat why he was taking helicopters all the time. And I watched the interview, and he was saying that because he was putting in so much time in the gym, he was staying late, but he wanted to get back across town to be able to pick his kids up because he just
was taking choppers since the Laker.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and
practice.
Yeah, he's taking them to practice because he's staying long. He wants to get home, be the family man. The wife was like, I can pick the kids up. And he's like, nah, I miss out on so much time because of, road games and everything. I want to get all that in. And just to sit here and hear that, like, this man is, it just, I mean, that, I'm not even gonna lie, that kind of crushed me earlier. I'm like, damn.
Right. Well, you see all the pictures with him and Gigi and everything. And like the fact that her life was taken so quickly. She was just ascending.
Yeah.
The connection between the two of them, kind of just reignited his love for basketball. He said he had kind of, stepped away as far as watching games and everything like that. And she came to him, and she was so intrigued and wanted to learn that, they kind of reconnected on that. And just to see them courtside and him, like Kev was mentioning, just explaining the game in certain situations. Kobe was great for basketball, like point blank period. While he was a player, as an ambassador, he was very instrumental in WNBA as far as trying to get increased wages and improve on their sport. So his influence, his inspiration is just widespread.
Right.
It's just sad, and not only for his life, but obviously there was other victims. I know, like my wife, she got really teary-eyed when she read about the other victims, because it was like what was a sibling and two parents.
Right.
The one sibling, actually didn't go for one reason or another.
There's two.
Yeah.
No, it was two parents and one sibling. Wait, two
Right.
parents, one sibling. It was Kobe, his daughter. It was
But I'm saying there was two siblings that didn't go.
oh.
Like,
Yeah.
all they had
Right.
was each other at this point.
Right,
Gotcha.
but they lost
man.
their parents and a sibling
Yeah.
on the
Right.
chopper. The pilot, I'm sure he's got family. Like, it just
I mean,
It's
just
really
think
iffy.
like I saw this, and this kind of like made me tear up. Just imagine, like we all have daughters. Just imagine being in that situation and not being able to protect
Can't save them. Yeah.
right.
your child. Like
Yeah.
they were like, man, he had to die twice.
Yeah.
Because,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Knowing what was going down exactly. It was Jay Will, ESPN Jay Will. He was just talking about like when he had went home, and it's kind of like his work ethic. Like he said, I like to work. That's just what I do, and I put in a lot of hours. And I went home looking at my newborn and my wife, and just thinking like none of this really matters. Like I should be spending more time at home. And kind of put himself in the situation going down with the chopper, and in his mind, kind of just putting himself in Kobe's position, saying, "Well, don't take her, take me." Like,
Yeah.
Whatever amount of time it took from mechanical error or whatever happened to when they actually crashed, like I can't even imagine.
right in that
what's
time.
going exactly.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, Poindexter said that his eyes got wet when he saw LeBron come off the plane and hug his wife. And,
Right.
I mean, these guys are traveling, in the airplanes all the time. And, I mean, it's been, I feel like it's been a while since something like this has happened, is it in an airplane, where we lost,
The Martian.
we never lost anybody to this magnitude.
Yeah.
I don't believe so. I mean, we lost, Michael Jackson, Prince,
Aaliyah.
But I think I think Kobe. I mean, Michael Jackson, he was a king. A lot of
But
people.
that was
they love him.
self-induced.
Exactly.
Right.
This
Prince self-induced.
this hit me harder. I didn't shed not one tear when Michael passed, and I loved Michael, or when Prince. I did shed a tear when Luther Vandross passed, but that has a personal tie with like me and my mom. But I couldn't. I had to find a place in my house just to be away from people, so I could, what I'm saying, so I could shield myself. Just because man, it was tough. And then I see my baby walking around the house, and I just imagine like, man, like what if I wasn't there to finish, putting them together to be adults, and they had to go through milestones within their lives without their dad.
Yeah.
And I kind of got to slightly disagree with Word when she made a couple of comments about the other families that were on the plane, and it's all about Kobe. One thing is, if Kobe wasn't on a helicopter, we wouldn't even know about these other people who passed away. The story would not be.
No, not to that extent.
Right. I mean, it would have been
yeah.
it would have been a blip, but we wouldn't. We can remember these people's names. We would have never remembered their name. And I think really, I honestly feel like when we've had celebrities that have passed and there have been other people around them, I don't think we've ever heard about those other people as much as we're hearing about these other families. I think the news has done an amazing job of covering.
It took a while because
It
there was speculation that all 4 kids were on there. Rick Fox was on there, so it took a while for the truth to actually come about to figure out who was actually on there. Like they didn't even know the pilot, which should have been on the log. Like, so.
Do they know the pilot now? Because when I saw something,
absolutely.
Oh, okay.
They have everybody.
His name is on there.
Okay,
yeah, they identified all of the victims, and I saw the post, I shared it because it needs to be shared as well because there are a lot of families, affected by this.
I mean, one of the husband of one of the ladies that was on there, he was all day, and we wouldn't know his story. We wouldn't know what he's going through had it not been. And that doesn't give it anything extra. But I'm just saying, I mean, I applaud the way the media has handled this so well. I mean, outside of TMZ spilling the information before his family found out, everything else since then has been handled so great. I mean, I've watched ESPN since I've been at home, and they've been so on par with.
I was home all day watching it. They've done an amazing job.
I haven't been home at all day, so unfortunately, I haven't seen much of anything. But that's tough. That's just tough.
Let's talk about these resellers, though. That's the thing that.
We're gonna go on a topic.
We're in there right now. I got it up.
We are in topic.
That's got a lot of it.
I buy a lot of Kobe's, and I had a bunch of bids in there. A lot of the Pro Tros because they hadn't been selling, so I'm trying to either double up or get a pair for the low. And my notifications went bananas. New highest bid, new highest ask, this, that, and the third. So then I look into it, and I was looking at a pair of MPLS Kobe 1 Pro Tros. Those are the gray and like Carolina blue pair.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my bid was something like $65. And the highest ask at one point was like $100. That thing skyrocketed to like $300 something.
Yeah.
The Kobe Pro Tro Santa Monica undefeated pair. I had a bid in there for 2 and some change. The lowest ask was like $350, $400. That thing's at like $1,200 now.
What? Oh my god!
Bro, literally, the price of Kobe's tripled in a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
It
crazy.
Those Christmas 9s
unbelievable
went up a bunch too.
Shit, everything went up a bunch. What was that pair you showed? The purple, the white and purple, the 9s?
They're up right now. The 9, the Kobe.
What pair is that? The Jordan.
Yeah, and it's a Jordan at that. I mean, damn.
Somewhere over here. Yeah, and it's not even. It doesn't have the number 9 on it. No nothing. But obviously it's the Lakers.
Yeah,
Kobe.
Man. Right. That's just crazy.
In the picture, it says that the last sale was $190, lowest ask $213, highest bid $163 for a size 11, and then post Kobe's departure, it's the lowest ask is $730, and the highest bid is $401. The last sale is $550. And these went to. I mean, I got mine for $100 and some odd. I think
I got mine for like $135.
Yeah, I got mine. I bought them originally, and then they were sitting. So I was like, let me send these joints back.
Yes, sir.
And then I just, I copped them. After I seen them, I think Shoe Palace had a 12.5. 12.5 for 9 is my perfect size.
Well,
so
I had a pair that was listed because I had 2 pair of the Wizenards. So I copped one from Nike and I copped one from Dick's. I got the one from Dick's Sporting Goods for like 25% off or something.
Right.
So I had wanted to get rid of that extra one. I didn't want 2 at the time. So I went and I'm like, I got to pull this off. Like I took it down right away. And I circled back and the price just shot up. And I was just like, this is absolutely insane. Like I couldn't believe what the hell I was seeing.
Seriously. I mean, that's just, I don't know. Like to capitalize off of somebody's death is just.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any
sense. It's just disrespectful. I mean,
why are people buying it? Why are people buying this stuff?
Well, and that's what I'm saying.
I think that people want to have, like, they want to own a piece of Kobe, like, because he's gone now. And you hear the same thing with the music, like when Michael Jackson died, like everybody wanted to listen to Mike. I mean,
or what's
that's just the kind of thing that I think.
Well, I get that, but like go on YouTube and watch highlights or.
Yeah, but I mean, they wanna own a piece of,
No,
I mean, it's just
listen,
like I think it's
I
a
get it
knee-jerk
because I
reaction.
wanted to circle back and get pairs that I knew were going to shoot up. Like I had a bid on those Kobe 4 Fade the Blacks. It's the only pair that I'm
Right.
missing out of the collection.
But shoot up
And
before he passed, right?
well, right, but it had already shot up, bro. It went from 350 to 800 in a matter of seconds. So that
Yeah,
pair
like
went from almost attainable to completely out of reach. Um,
yeah. I wonder if the prices will go down. I mean, but the
it
thing is,
will.
if
I suspect it will.
I would imagine it would.
I would, but it might be like those Kawhis, right? Like I mean, this is on a different level, but remember when he went from
I
the
hear you.
Spurs to
Yeah.
the Raptors, that shit went from like what 400 or 500 to them shits are over,
1,200.
yeah,
But
and
you're
they
And it
ain't
was
talking
over
dropped.
$2,000 after the chip.
And then
But you're talking
right,
about a smaller. You're talking about a smaller number where Kobe has several shoes, several silhouettes, several colors. Where you're
Right.
talking about one shoe with Kawhi. So
Right,
yeah,
right.
it's gonna stay up there. The Kobe's are gonna at some point they're gonna come down. It's probably gonna
Some
be
of
a few
them,
weeks.
some
Yeah, some
yeah,
of them. I mean, a lot
some
of them. A lot of them. I mean, like,
like,
the
it's
two
so funny.
Ks. Mm.
It's so funny. I was
oh
looking
yeah,
at
them are
thank
those
God
gone.
I picked
the
those
other
up.
day.
Them are gone.
Grinches.
It's a done
Yeah,
deal.
I was
Unless they
looking
come
at
back
those
out.
the other day, and I was like, man, I want these.
Which
Unless they
ones?
come
I'll
back
never have
out.
them
The
now.
Grinches.
I'll never have them
Oh,
again.
They
But
but they may
Nike will
come
never
back
make
out.
that shoe.
They might.
Nike will never
Got
make
big
that shoe.
stages.
They
I
might
don't.
make they may make the Grinches again. I could
If they
imagine
do,
I
they'll
could
change
imagine
that.
them
Trust me.
making
Right.
that
Even if
again.
they do though, they're
It's gonna
gonna
be
go
different.
super quick and they're still gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll protro, they'll sell
Yeah.
out. Anything
Oh
Kobe's
yeah,
gonna
of
sell
course.
out now. Like those big
oh
stages that
yeah,
come out in
yeah,
February.
yeah.
I like at prior to we had a good chance of getting those and it not being stressful. Like now
Yeah,
I'm really gonna have to
put in
put
some
in some
work.
work to get those and
Did
probably pay extra, just to lock in a pair.
Yeah,
didn't
Otherwise
sneakers have a pair that
I'll
they
be
pulled
forced
off?
to pay
sneakers.
retail, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
And
wasn't
then
a pair that they had online that was coming out, releasing and upcoming, and they took it off of sneakers. I saw
Really?
something
yeah,
about that.
Was
no,
recent?
they're dropping the ones I think the
there's
ones
the
Hmm.
Kobe 5 big stage. They're dropping early
15th
Feb.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Poindexter says, so if Nike brings out a Kobe special limited amounts, is that cool? As people end up spending over retail then too. I mean, I
Wait.
think that they're gonna have to continue the same game that they do with the other shoes in order to
Right.
keep it sought after.
Well,
I
I've
mean
seen.
it won't need as much, I don't think, but we've never had an athlete that to this sneaker magnitude. We've never had one pass. The only person that's had their own shoe that's passed was Xavier McDaniel
Mm.
with the
And he was what
Exanthus.
Reebok? He was what
No,
Reebok?
he had his
right?
own. It was Exanthus.
Oh, that's right. He sure did.
But I think
That's
he's the
right.
only person.
Damn, I
I
forgot
mean,
about him.
is that right though? Like, he's the only person that had his own.
Well, no, because
shoe.
Steph Marbury had his own. Are you talking about his
He's
own
not-
shoe?
he's not
Or you
dead,
mean
though.
deceased?
I'm
Oh,
talking
okay.
about, yeah,
You
I'm
just
talking
mean in
about
terms
Okay.
of people.
I got you.
that that aren't here. So like, I don't know how they're gonna go about.
Right. There's no
with
telling
retro
essentially what
Yeah.
that'll look like. But I saw people lobbying to get the Jordan pack, the 3s
Yeah,
and the 8s for that to release. That would be amazing.
That would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that ain't
Yeah.
gonna happen, but that would be great.
I think they might,
Listen,
but
you
I think
you
they're gonna
never
change it
know.
a little bit. They'll change it a
You
little
never
bit.
know if
Yeah.
it happens. I mean, but we
Let's
would
look-
be the athlete to pull that one off.
Start the
Um,
petition.
All right,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Go for it, Kev. You got it.
There's
I can't find these
of
Kobe's.
petition-
there's petitions to change the NBA logo. There's several Kobe silhouettes that
I
have
saw
been
that too.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't
saw
see that.
that have been recommended.
That was
Yeah,
dope.
I can see that.
that would be amazing. That'd be amazing. I'd buy a bunch of NBA stuff just for that.
Right.
I can see
There's
that.
been Dallas Mavericks. Mark Cuban announced that they're retiring the number 24. No Dallas Maverick will ever wear that number.
Yeah.
It's been suggested that other teams around the league they follow
Yeah.
suit.
Somebody
It's
will.
like
Somebody
it's
else
like
will.
Jackie Robinson with 42.
Oh, I see
Right.
Okay, I see the Kobe's. Damn, it took long enough to scroll down and find them. Okay.
But just to kind of circle back on the whole resale aspect, JC had posted in his story
Mm.
that he wasn't going to allow co-signers to increase the price on any Kobe's, so that if they had done that, they were going to revert them back to the original price, and if they wanted to remove them, they
Go
had
for
the
it.
option of having those items sent back to them.
Yep.
So basically saying that he wasn't, going to conduct business like that and profit off of,
Exactly.
Kobe's passing and another family's grief. So
Exactly.
I know Complex picked up the story. It's been reposted several times. I reposted it.
That's awesome.
I already had a tremendous
Yeah.
amount of respect for JC, Urban Necessities, and this just kicks it up another notch, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, and that's the thing, right? He's sitting here saying, "I'm not going to profit off of this man's death." Right? He could have sat back and easily just let them jack up the prices. And
Right.
I mean, money's
Right.
not
He could've-
everything, right? Money's not
No,
everything.
he could have been like, "Hey, not me, not my fault. Like it's co-signers."
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. He easily could have done that, and because he ain't the one increasing the prices. But the fact that he's stepping in, like, nah, we're gonna keep it right here. If only more people took that same. I can't even. Think
Well,
of it.
somebody hit me up
Ridiculous.
to promote a shirt with Kobe's passing. I was like, delete.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
I'm not trying to see. I mean, and that's the thing. Yeah, shirts and shit already. Like, come on.
And I can't front. I was not the biggest Kobe shoe fan, and I still
Yeah, me
not
neither.
a huge fan of Kobe sneakers. Like there's some that I like. Like I like the Grinches. I like the nine highs. I mean those are dope.
Molly would be
Five rings,
appalled at the pair that I have. The one pair I have, he'd be appalled.
I have the worst Kobe.
No, you don't.
I
No, you
have
don't.
the worst.
I will
Kobe.
show you. I will take a picture and we'll send it to our chat. I guarantee you, I have the worst of the.
I
four.
have the worst. The
Okay.
worst.
Okay.
Mine's worse.
What is it?
It's the one that's kind of similar to the Gary Payton glove,
See,
but it's all gold and it's got a zipper on that joint.
Oh yeah.
It's
Hell, at least
terrible.
I got a Kobe lifestyle. That shit ain't even a real fucking Kobe.
Well,
I'm telling you, it is the worst of the group.
is that the one with the monkey on it?
See, you just wrong. that straight from Italian leather.
There you go.
I mean, it is straight.
So
from
what do you guys
Italy.
think about that though? And people are talking about, the logo. I wouldn't have a problem with them putting, or at least acclimating him in the logo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that.
I mean, change the logo.
I
Shoot.
think certain people might, feel away.
Of course.
Yeah, Mike. I mean,
people are adverse
they
to
think
change.
Jordan should be the logo or what have you.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm obviously for it. I wouldn't have a problem if they changed it. Like I said, I would purchase a bunch of NBA stuff just to have that logo.
Yeah.
Will it happen? Who knows? That's up to Adam Silver and the rest of the board. We've had West on there for quite some time. I'm sure he wouldn't mind, considering his relationship to Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it would take if not Adam West. I'm thinking of Batman. If if West piped up and said something, I think that would get because that's what you want to hear. The person who's been the face of the NBA logo, if he's sitting here lobbying, saying, "You know what, go for it," I think it would be less. I shouldn't say blowback, because you can't please everybody. But I think it would speak volumes if he himself lobbied to have that done. Now, will it happen again? Who knows? But
it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be a permanent change. You can do it for
a
season or
amount of
two.
Season,
Right?
That's a valid point.
Yeah,
do
that's
a
true.
certain
His
game.
Hall of Fame year, or like they could
Theoretically this year.
Yeah.
Right.
He would have been inducted to the Hall of Fame first ballot.
Well, they said that I think
Oh,
they
that's
were going
right.
to bypass whatever
Whatever criteria.
Yeah, he's going to be in automatically.
Right.
I mean, it was automatic anyway.
Yeah.
He was gonna make it, man.
He was automatic.
Top 5 player of all time.
This was his year, right?
I just
This
kind of
was
wish
the year?
I
No.
kind of wish we would have got hit that speech though. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that speech
Like,
would have been epic.
I think that that would have been like pure motivation.
So I actually have 2 friends who are really close. One played with him, and I worked with a guy for a number of years. Actually, how I got like several of my player editions. in sample pairs. And then obviously, I'm close with the CMO of Mamba Sports Academy. So I was going to go, what was that, SneakerCon LA in December. Part of that trip was going to be to visit the facility, and his office is literally right next to Kobe's. So ended up not making the trip and just thinking, oh, maybe it'll just be a 2020 thing. Just kind of got me thinking tomorrow's never promised. So,
right.
We got to do the most while we can, when we can, how we can. So.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's the biggest takeaway from all of this that I've come to terms with. Tomorrow's not promised to any of us. I mean, we never see or never think about these big stars passing away. Right. It never crosses your mind. And then when it happens, I mean, it's touched the world, and this should be an example for everyone. Everyone should learn from this. I mean, families lost everything in a second. So, it's so much hate and hostility and negativity and so much of that going on in the world. And it's yet so much more to live for. And that's what we got to get past. I've seen so many posts, just real quick. I've seen so many posts yesterday with people saying how they're going to change their life and they're going to live better. And we did this when Nipsey died. We did the exact same thing when Nipsey died. We've done this over and over again. Let's make it happen this time. Let's stop talking about it. Let's stop posting about it. Let's stop making a social media thing to get likes. And let's actually live this way that we're saying. Stop the negativity and just love. If you don't love, just move on. But the hate has to go away.
You love me, Marcus?
Of course I love
like the way you asked.
Y'all my brothers.
Oh, you know what?
And it's back of my neck.
No, I was gonna mention, talking about the hate. There was several tweets that I had saw, unfortunately, of people bringing up the Colorado incident and the rape allegations.
What? Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Somebody left a comment on one of my posts too, and typically, like, I just block or ignore or whatever, but I made sure to
you get the block
comment
on that
and let them know that I think they're trash, and then block them.
Yeah.
But Adidas, was it Wex?
Yeah.
Apparently, his wife tweeted something.
Oh.
Yes, about the Colorado incident.
Really?
Later deleted the tweet, and then deactivated her account. But of course, this is 2020. There was already
screenshot.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So I'm interested to see what kind of blowback that might have on the brand and on them in particular. My whole thing is, if you feel a way, that's fine, but you don't have to express that at this moment.
I was about to say, like, right now you choose to bring that up? Like, that shit is old. It doesn't even need to be brought up at this point, but you're going to do it right now. I mean, that means whatever happened, did or didn't, this man has passed, his wife has lost a husband and a child, and you're going to bring that shit up now? Like, what do you gain from that?
They've worked through it.
Exactly. Not only that, unless you were there in the room, like, I don't want to
You don't even know. Exactly. Nobody, man. Like, you don't. That's not the time. And that's the unfortunate thing. When you get people you got people who have social media and what they tweet or text or whatever off emotions. Like, you can't take certain shit back.
Shut up.
Yeah, you can't. Everybody want to put their feelings out there. Like, keep your shit to yourself.
Well, one thing I didn't like is that, like, I think that people feel that you shouldn't feel a way if you weren't, specifically a Kobe fan. Like, you didn't have a jersey, you didn't have an 8 jersey, you had a 24. But I mean, there's empathy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
compassion.
Right.
You have a right to feel. You're a human.
Yeah, you gravitate towards people for different things, and a lot of people probably, it might not even have been about basketball. I mean, he just might have been a motivating person. I mean, I know that there's several sales classes that utilize Kobe's terminology and his passion,
work ethic, exactly,
and and it could be that there's several connections that he's made with people that have been outside of basketball, And just because you didn't have a Kobe jersey or
That don't mean nothing.
right,
Yeah, exactly. I don't even wear
At the end of the
jerseys.
day, you're human. Like if you got a pulse, like you have the right to feel
right,
away.
right. So people let people feel how they want to, and let them express themselves.
Right.
They want to post, just like I'll say this, like with Nipsey. I wasn't as
Big into his
Likewise.
music.
I wasn't as affected by it as Kobe, because I wasn't into his music. Not that I didn't like it. It was just something that really wasn't on my radar, and I didn't know about the movement that he had. And it was something that I learned after he was gone. But with Kobe, it was different. It was Kobe was the dad. Like, and when I see stuff, like when I see a dad doing things, with their kids, I admire that.
Right.
And and that draws the
Yeah.
reaction from me.
Wow. Yeah.
People are so quick to pass judgment, but I mean, you got to realize that we all sin. And there's no
Yep.
Absolutely.
we all sin. So when
Yeah.
you point at somebody
Right.
else, just remember your own sins.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Ain't nobody
He was
perfect.
he was in the spotlight since 17.
Right.
Like,
Right,
you
yeah.
figured he
More
played,
than half
he
his
played
life.
20 years in the league. Yeah, he was a professional. He was an NBA player longer than he wasn't.
Right.
Right.
When he retired, 20 years
Damn,
in
20
the
years,
league.
man. That's crazy.
So, yeah,
I think no
he
matter
passed that
what,
41. He spent half his life in the league.
no matter what mistakes the man made in his life, I think he more than made up for it. Throughout his career, after his career, I think he more than made up for it. So you got to put all those things behind him. I mean, the girl who made the allegations, she evidently put it behind him. So that means everybody else should do the same thing.
Yeah.
Just move.
Right. Yep.
All right. Well, we got anything else?
I feel like there was something else we were going to discuss, and now I forgot.
It was, but let's we can
What
we can
time
push
is it,
it.
by the way?
9:21. That's what I said.
Okay.
We could wait. It was the All-Star releases, the shoes. But we can do that next week because
we
it'll
can-
still be
yeah,
before
I thought there was
All-Star.
something Kobe related, but
Resellers,
resellers, JC, the logo, social media.
yeah, I think that was it.
I guess that's it.
we got
Yeah.
it.
I think that was it. Yeah.
But I mean, we think of something, we can come back on.
And if you didn't get to watch Kobe, his farewell game is on ESPN right now. You can.
Yep.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, it
it's
is?
on
Oh,
now.
shoot.
It came on at 9.
I gotta whatchamacallit. I gotta get that back on the DVR. My old
I know.
DVR had the 73rd win by the Golden State Warriors and the Kobe's last game. And when I switched DVRs, I wasn't able to.
Oh, yeah, sure
take
is.
that off,
Yep,
so
let me
I gotta
record
get that
this for
back
right
on there.
now. Oh, it just
Is it?
started too. Oh, shoot, perfect.
Yeah, I hate I missed all the other players talking about him before that. But yeah, I'm sure.
Damn.
I started my job after college in 08, and I spent, I can't even tell you how many hours up all night watching Lakers basketball, hosting parties for the championship. Like, this is just crazy.
It is, man.
Yeah, this will be good. Yeah, I'm gonna record this. I mean, I'm going to the gym, but this will be on at the gym.
I'm
Actually,
sure-
even better. Shoot.
Yeah, it'll air again, so I'll be able to record it beginning to end. And his,
I was
and
right.
his
It's only 4-0. Well, I started recording
and
at
his
2-0.
No, I want it from the beginning.
The whole.
Like I had it.
Okay.
And I hope they play his speech at the end too.
Yeah, they said they're gonna play everything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Damn,
was
I
special.
still can't. This is crazy.
And he's gonna be on the cover of Time magazine, so make sure you go and get your copies.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that. I wanted to get a LA Times, but like I think they were charging like $15, and I didn't know if it was.
Oh,
like,
yeah. See,
if
once
it
again,
was, if
profiting
it was,
off.
a legit source.
Yeah, nah.
So-
Was it T1 Sneaks? Hit him. He out there.
Hey Lars, man, give me
Lars
a
out
LA
there.
Times.
Oh, yeah,
I was gonna
Lars
say,
is
if
out
there's
there, too.
anybody out there,
Lars, get me anything
hit
Kobe.
me up.
Ooh, that dunk was nasty.
If
Yeah,
you
Lars,
can.
if
No pressure.
if you can grab one, man. I mean, I know
no
it's getting late
pressure.
out there. You probably
Yeah,
want to
no
go out.
pressure.
But
Nah, he all right. It's only
Lawrence
6:20.
probably already got
Lars,
his second.
Lars, get out.
Lars got that Mamba mentality, so he'll go grab it.
Lars, go melt some ice and go to the store and get us some shit.
yeah, if you can, we definitely appreciate
no
that.
pressure.
And,
No. You giving him an option. Lars, go out there and get us some shit. You 6:30. You good? 6:24. Go to the, jog there. Melt some ice, brother.
If he on the LA Times, you should be able to get that. Well, it's late now, but you at Barnes and Noble, they have them.
But good and well they probably done sold.
I was at the store too. I didn't even think about grabbing a newspaper.
Yeah. Oh well. All right. Well, we're gonna bag it in. Yep.
We're gonna go ahead and shut it down. I'm gonna go through. It was a brief list because we didn't really.
We didn't
publicize the show. Right. But shout out to KB Fresh Kicks, D-Lo 1014, Need More Nick, Mike, Dominican Coqui. I think that's all I got that tagged me. So, and I appreciate everybody coming in and chopping it up with us, during this time.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, we definitely contemplated whether to have this show or not. Because in the grand scheme of things, like, the show is very minuscule in terms of what's going on. But with me being a huge Kobe fan, I thought it'd be nice if we came on 824 and just kind of pay our respects, say our words, and appreciate everybody that logged on. And I'll go back and check out the chat. Like I said, I don't have access to that. And again, appreciate everybody who shot me a text, a DM, left a comment, called me, FaceTime me. Just appreciate y'all as well.
Kev, you want to go? Oh, it's on me? Oh shit, my bad, man. Shout out to you guys. The panel, like Marley said, we contemplated, coming on, but I'm actually glad we did. Given the circumstances. Appreciate you guys in the chat for tuning in. As always, without you guys, there's no us. And also, I just want to say, thanks and shout out to everybody that came out to the meetup this weekend. We had a nice turnout. It was good to do something a little different. We still did our normal drinking and eating and talking shit, but we're doing some bowling for a couple hours. So appreciate you guys that made it out. Looking to do another one.
You clean?
Man, we're gonna talk offline about some stuff. But I'm looking at April 18th. Maybe you're trying to do another one. So as we get closer, I'll figure it out. Might change. But yeah, be good to see you guys out there. And then that's all I got.
All right, Mark.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for coming out and hanging out with us tonight. I know this was a tough night for everybody. I mean, especially us, because as guys have said, it was hard to do. I didn't want to do the show. I mean, but because my brother said they want to do it, I'm here. But I'm still emotional about this. I'm gonna be emotional about this because it's very tough to watch something like this.
Touching, man. It
is. Somebody who you've admired for so long go out this way. But God doesn't make mistakes. And as I've said, since it's happened, he needed it more than we did. And if we're not learning from things like this, because God is always sending a message, and he used one of our biggest stars to send a message to us. And if you're not getting those messages, then shame on you. But this weekend should have taught us a lot. Try to love more. Try to show love, because we're not promised. Pretty much most of us on the panel have lost parents and family members. And that's a tough thing to go through. So show love to the people around you, not just your family, not just your blood, anybody, because you never know what that can mean to somebody when you do that. With that being said, again, like I said on my post today, I love all y'all, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
And I didn't have a hashtag hero, I thought that I'd do something a little bit different. So I hope you guys like these.